Hi there, everybody. So I don't have an outline today or an agenda of notes or anything laid out, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update of where I'm at with the car and with the channel, and then some current events or something as time permits, because of course I do this on my drive home from work, and it's as long as it is. So when the time runs out and I get home, that's it. One of the things I wanted to kind of try and get some feedback on, and I don't make a lot of calls for feedback of any kind, whether it's, like, share, subscribe, or anything like that. If I do it, I kind of do it in jest, at least in my own mind, because of the whole YouTuber sort of culture. And that's also kind of a nod to James May, from the Grand Tour and Top Gear fame, which, he's always joking on his channel about like, share, subscribing. But this time I really would like some feedback, because I am thinking of doing some reworking of this channel, and I'm not really sure how that will play with those of you who are here. So if you look on this channel page, you'll see the subscriber count is somewhere north of 1,300 people. And that's enough that this channel is monetized. So there are ads that run, and I get some teeny tiny pennies associated with those ads. Usually not very much, because even though there's a lot of people who subscribe here, there's also a lot of people that complain about me rambling. So they don't watch the entire videos or listen to them, which is kind of what this is really intended for, sort of like a podcasty blog that you wouldn't necessarily watch, because nobody wants to see this. Although I did take the sunglasses off today so that you could see my beautiful blue eyes. But this actually isn't the first YouTube channel that I have. I've been doing things on YouTube for probably over 20 years. I forgot to look at how old the other channel was, actually. But if you look in the description of most of the videos on this channel, you will find in there a link to my older channel, which I started, like I said, probably about 20 years ago, and for a very different purpose. Electric cars weren't a thing back then, and even though I was a car guy, I was more interested in YouTube from the video side of things, because by profession I am a video editor. Not to say that anything on these channels is professionally edited, even though I'm a professional editor. It's kind of like the old axiom that the mechanic has the worst car, or the contractor's house is the worst one on the street, because the last thing you want to do when you get home from a long day of doing blank is to do more of that, which is why these videos are usually not edited. I start recording, and I stop recording, and I upload, and that's how we get things done. I've done a few more involved productions as needed for visual aids, but generally speaking, these are my favorite because they take the least amount of work. That also means I usually have notes to make sure that I stay on track, but I'm getting off track. So the other channel, if you look at it, is at its heart a Lego channel. It's about Lego, and specifically Lego for me goes back to when I was a kid, and my first Lego sets were acquired in probably the 1982 or so, and I was always a town Lego person. And those Lego sets were added to pretty abundantly through the 80s and early 90s, partly because I lived overseas for much of that time, and the Legos were very easy to acquire, and they weren't expensive. It's not like now, where Legos are a little bit more of a premium product. They were just kind of a regular toy then, at least in my mind, and readily available, not super expensive. And as we moved around Europe and back and forth to the US, Legos are great for army brats like me, because you tear it all down and then you set it all back up in the new place, and you can do variations on cities that you've had and other, so it's a great way to kind of force you to recreate something. And when you don't have a hometown, being able to have a hometown that you bring with you, kind of cool. So that I always loved Lego for that reason. And when you think about it, especially the town Legos, which is what I had, they're very car focused. I mean, they're walkable communities. Let's be fair. The minifigs can get around, But they're very car focused or transportation focused in that they have, you know, planes, and I kind of miss the train thing. That's a whole nother discussion. But I did have the first airport set, so anyway, they're very like machinery based, and I had it was great. So then after college, all those things, and then Legos go into storage, what we like to call the dark ages in the Lego community. And then I had my first child was born, and when he got to an age where I thought he could handle the idea of Lego, of course we had Mega Blocks and like big, which are more like the Duplo sized Mega. And when he got old enough to do like real Legos with minifigs and things like that, I kind of brought out a couple sets just to sort of test the waters. Just like, is he interested in this stuff? I don't know. I didn't want to impose upon him my interests and hobbies. But we ended up being very simpatico, which makes me think there's some kind of genetic connection to cars and Legos and things like that. And next thing I know, you know, my thoughts of slowly rolling out the old Lego sets for my son to enjoy turned into kind of a flood, and he had a whole town. And then I discovered that I could make custom sets and order pieces from Bricklink and things like that in the early days. So anyway, I created a lot of customized, classic style, 4-wide city scale, Lego town scale sets to expand the town since Lego had stopped making those types of sets. And in doing so, I threw up a few videos, and I did some videos with him because it was a great way to kind of time capsule our shared experience. And I put them on YouTube. And that channel, so like I said, this channel has like 1,300 something subscribers, I think last I looked. That channel has 3,700 something. And it's been dwindling because, you know, people get the people that followed it when they were kids are now they're becoming the young adults, or they're in their dark ages, but it still gets a continual, it's still getting views. There's still interest out there in this. But that channel used to be monetized, and for a while it actually was just a great way to get fund money to buy more Lego. And then and we had a particularly good holiday season one year, as I recall, where that channel was generating basically all of the funds needed to ensure that we had an abundance of good Christmas gifts that were Lego. So it was definitely a win-win for my son. But YouTube changed the rules, and they made a critical part of that monetization be that you had to have a certain number of viewing hours and clicks and things like that. And those types of videos, especially the ones that are like how to build stuff, they go to kids. They're a younger demographic, I feel like, than what are interested in the Tesla stuff. So they by themselves don't generate the rewatch and the search that other videos do. So all that to say, that has me pondering, rather than let that channel just sit out there and wither on the vine, which is kind of what it's been doing, even though it still has this high subscriber count. I've pondered when I make new videos, and I have a few ideas of new videos I'd want to do for that. Just because I'm an adult doesn't mean I don't like making Lego. I still do. In fact, at my most recent birthday, I continue to receive Lego sets, more than one. But I've thought about changing, and instead of uploading videos to that channel, uploading them to this channel. So I don't want to alienate the people that are here for the Tesla related content, but likewise, I don't want to leave myself out of the money when it's easy pickings. Because those people will still find these videos. In fact, I can put a video on that channel and say, hey everybody, go look at this channel. That's where the stuff will be. And maybe the subscriber count goes up and whatnot. But we're not talking a lot. I mean, I don't post a lot on this channel, and I don't do a lot. I don't think that's spammy or clickbaity content, even though it's been monetized. I really try to only come on here when I actually have something to say. And so this is what I have to say, is I'm thinking of doing this, and it would impact you as somebody who perhaps has subscribed here for Tesla things, but I already have beekeeping videos on here and marching band videos, so it's not like this is an exclusively Tesla channel. So I don't know. You let me know in the comments, or I would say with the like and the dislike, but a lot of times I think I get the thumbs down simply because I ramble and talk too much. But so I can't really put a whole lot of stake in what that says. So I would really prefer your comments. And I should point out that the strategy of having the two separate channels in the first place was something that YouTube told us to do. They told us as creators to not, to have separate channels for separate types of content. And then they changed the rules so that that channel has 3 times the subscribers that this channel has, but it doesn't get any I don't get any share off of that. But this channel does, and I can't explain that. And I don't think it's fair. And I'd really, really enjoy doing the videos for the Lego side, and it would be great to have them in a place where they get even at 25 cents or something like that. So that's where my head currently is at, and I guess I didn't really get into any of the other topics, but that's fine. So think about it. Please give me a comment. Like I said, I don't really want to use the thumbs up, thumbs down thing because I don't think it's a reliable indicator about the message. I think it's usually more criticism of how I deliver or how long it takes me to deliver the message. So I would prefer written comments, and thank you for your time and for watching. Bye-bye.